Hey guys, it's me, Terri of the Yarnjoy podcast. Welcome back to another episode of Movie and Stitch. Okay, so today's Movie and Stitch, I'm going to be talking about the movie that I watched that starts with the letter L. Okay, so the movie that I watched starts with the letter L was called Letters to Juliet. Now, I found this movie. I'll link it below in the description box. It is free on peacocktv.com. I think I'll link it below. But anyway, you can sign up for free, and there's lots of free movies and TV shows on there to watch. Anyway, so I found that movie there, and so I watched it. Hadn't seen it before, and I thought, oh, this will be just a nice, lighthearted, romantic comedy, and so or a chick flick of some sort, and so I decided to watch that. So I did, and I enjoyed it very much. And some of the facts in the movie, some of the stuff in the movie was based on some true places or true things, and so I'll tell you about it. Okay, so on imdb.com they have the synopsis of it, so let me read that. This movie was made in 2010. It's rated PG. It's an hour and 45 minutes long. Okay, it has Vanessa Redgrave in it and Amanda Seyfried. And that was the main two actors that were in it that I recognized. Everybody else, really, I don't think I recognized. That I didn't recognize. So anyway, Amanda Seyfried, of course, plays in Mamma Mia, where she plays Meryl Streep's daughter in that movie. So it's that girl, okay, the actress. And then Vanessa Redgrave, of course, is the voice, the narrator for Call the Midwife, okay, which I thought I love that show, and so I recognized her voice right off. Anyway, and the love in her Vanessa Redgrave's love interest in this movie is actually her husband in real life, which I thought that was cool. Okay. Let's see. Here is a storyline. An American girl on vacation in Italy finds an unanswered letter to Juliet, one of thousands of letters that are left at the fictional lovers' Verona courtyard, which are typically answered. These letters are answered by the secretaries of Juliet. That's what they call themselves in the movie. And she goes on a quest to find the people that were referenced in this letter that she found, okay? And let's see, a little trivia about it, which I thought was interesting. Let's see. I already said that Vanessa Redgrave and Franco Nero, which is the person that plays her love interest in this movie, they're married in real life. Okay, it says the Juliet secretaries, okay, they really do exist, but they actually are called the Juliet Club, and they volunteer to reply to letters that are left in Verona, as well as organize events in honor of Romeo and Juliet. I thought that was cool. Let's see. Let's see. There was something else I was wanting to say. Amanda Seyfried's character is named Sophie in this movie, and in Mamma Mia, her character's name was Sophie also. I thought that was interesting. Coincidence. Let's see. The idea for this film was inspired by the 2006 nonfiction book called Letters to Juliet by Lisa Friedman and Seal Friedman, which chronicles the phenomenon of letter writing to William Shakespeare's most famous romantic heroine, which is Juliet, okay? So I looked up this Juliet, because the place in the movie where these letters are left, they're stuck in this little wall, the cracks in a wall, and I wanted to find out more about that, and so I looked up this courtyard, Juliet's courtyard, that is in Verona, Italy, and I found a little information about it, and I thought it would be kind of fun for me to read a little bit of that to you, and I thought maybe people might think it's interesting, so here it goes. Okay, so of course Romeo and Juliet is a famous play that was written by William Shakespeare, okay, and so vivid are Shakespeare's settings for Romeo and Juliet, and so descriptive is the famous balcony scene where the starstruck young couple Romeo and Juliet declared their love for each other that people forget that they weren't actually they're fictional. They weren't historical figures. So intertwined have they become with Verona, Italy, that those seeking love make pilgrimage to Juliet's house from all over the world. So it says, so how did a 13th century house in Verona become linked with Romeo and Juliet forevermore? The clue is in the name, okay? So the house, this place they call Juliet's house, it belonged to the Del Capello family, commonly known as the Cappelletti. This was so similar to Juliet's family name in the play, the Capulets, okay, that the house became her family home in everyone's imagination, and in the process gave a great boost to Verona's tourist industry. The link was given extra weight by the convenient fact that there's a small balcony overlooking this courtyard, okay? The house today is an attractive brick and stone building with ivy-covered garden walls and a small courtyard. The entrance to the courtyard testifies to the enduring power of legend and the search for romance that we all carry in our hearts. It's covered with love letters from romantic souls searching for everlasting love. The inside of the house is arranged as a small museum with information about the building and Shakespeare's tragedy, Romeo and Juliet. The frescoes, paintings, and ceramics are chosen to reflect the setting and story of his play, while the furniture and furnishings are genuine antiques from the 16th and 17th centuries. There is no evidence, however, that anything in the house now belonged to either the Capulets or the Capello family. Anyway, I thought that was kind of cool, that it was an actual place and that there are people that leave letters tucked in the walls there. And there are a group of ladies called the Juliet Club that collect the letters and answer the letters. Now, I think that's cool. Anyway, I really enjoyed the movie. Yeah, I did. I really enjoyed it. Okay, so... let's see, I'm going to show you what I worked on, or the progress on my project that I'm doing along with this Movie and Stitch series, collab that I'm doing. And so let me show you what I've gotten done. So here is my blanket. I'm doing a Scrappy Granny Stitch stripe blanket. Okay, so it is getting good sized. It is, of course, the width of my wingspan. I've told you that in previous episodes. But anyway, like I said, see, it's doing very well. Now I am doing 4 rows, so I'm picking out 4 colors that signify each movie that I'm watching in some way. And so I'm doing 4 rows of stripes separated by a row of single crochet and a charcoal gray just to separate the movies. And so now I have from the letter A to the letter L. So I'm really liking how it's turning out. Okay, so let me bring it up here a little closer and I will let you know what colors I picked and why for this movie. Okay, so there is my colors for this movie. Okay, I've got a that is a very light colored maybe gold, I guess, color, or pale yellow, okay, at the bottom. And then I have this is a kind of a multicolored gray, and it's got some flecks here and there, some darker shades of gray. And that one actually is called Soapstone. It's Red Heart. This yellow, faded yellowish, that is just yarn, something I got at Dollar Tree, okay? And then I did Tea Leaf, which is Red Heart Super Saver, and I did a purple, which I think that was some Big Twist. dark purple or something. Anyway, so the pale yellow is for the faded letter that Sophie finds, because it was a letter that was written 50 years previously, okay? It was hidden extra well, and so nobody ever found that letter. And as she was helping one of the secretaries of the Juliet Club collect the letters, somehow she knocked a brick loose or something, and the brick fell off, and so inside there's this old faded letter. Okay, so that pale yellow represents that letter, okay, and because it was kind of yellowed, with age. And then that soapstone color, okay, the multi kind of tonal, I guess, gray, okay, that represents the brick wall, but also like the cobblestone streets in that area, okay. And then of course green represents all the vineyards that are in that area, because Verona is in Tuscany, Italy, where there's tons and tons of vineyards, okay? So the green, the red heart tea leaf is for the vineyards, and of course the purple is for the grapes. Okay? So that is the colors I decided to pick out to represent that movie, Letters to Juliet. And if you get a chance, and if you like romance, chick flick movies, then check it out. Like I said, I will link that movie below in the description box. I really enjoyed it. So, okay. So, on to the next Movie and Stitch, or movie I'm going to be watching. Okay, so, in the beginning, one of my fellow collaborators, Lee, which her YouTube channel name is Lee Mack, she worked it out to see when we would finish if we did a Movie and Stitch every 2 weeks throughout the year. And she said that if we had to double up on one to get it done in 1 year, because we didn't start like at the very, very beginning of January. And so she suggested us doing a double feature for the letter M and N. So that's what I'm going to do. So the next time I come back in 2 weeks, I will be talking about 2 movies, M and N, okay? So the movie that I'm going to be starting, that starts with the letter M, that I'm going to be watching, is a movie available on Netflix, and it's called Murder Mystery, and it is actually a romantic comedy, even though it's called that. I know it's a comedy, okay? And it has Adam Sandler in it and Jennifer Aniston. I have not watched it, but I've seen it, as I'm browsing through Netflix. And I remembered that I was wanting to watch it because I had seen the trailer to it, and it looks like it's going to be real funny. And so I'm going to watch it, that one. Okay, so it's called Murder Mystery, okay? And then my letter N movie, I went back over to Peacock TV. Peacock TV has a very convenient thing, a search category under their movies, besides by genre. If you scroll all the way down at the bottom, it'll say movies A to Z, and so they have all their movies available alphabetically, in alphabetical order. So I went all the way down to the ends, and I was looking to see what was there, what was available, and I found one that's called The Newcomers. And of course, we are not counting the word the or the word a in front of movies, okay? And so The Newcomers, there's our letter N, and so I'm going to be watching that. I really don't know a whole lot about it. It's a drama, and I just thought from the trailer, I thought it looks like it might be pretty interesting, and I think it was rated pretty good, and so I think that's what I'll watch for my letter N movie. Okay. So that's it. I showed you what I did on my project while watching my letter L movie, and I gave you a little description of the letter L movie, Letters to Juliet, and then I let you know that I'm going to be watching 2 movies this next week. The one that starts with the letter M, Murder Mystery, and the one that starts with the letter N, The Newcomers, and that should get us where we will be finishing Movie and Stitch at the end of this year, and it won't be carrying over to the next year, to 2021. No, 2022. Okay, so I think that is it. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and I hope you're enjoying and finding movie suggestions by watching the hashtag Movie and Stitch. That's what you would search to find other people that are doing this along with me, and I hope that you're getting some good movie suggestions of things to watch. Okay, so I'm gonna go. Come back tomorrow and we'll have a visit for my regular Yarnjoy podcast episode, and I'll let you know what else I've been working on. So have a great rest of your week. We'll see you tomorrow. Talk to you later, guys. See you in the next video. Bye.